Today we received a plethora of new Last Jedi images courtesy of Force Friday and Empire Magazine. These images include several of Rey, Kylo, and Leia, as well as a new Luke Skywalker image that better showcases the design he will sport towards the beginning of the film when Rey first arrives on Ahch-To. The first new image that we get is of Rey handing Anakin's lightsaber into Luke's mechanical hand. We briefly saw footage of Luke accepting his father's lightsaber during the behind the scenes reel back at the D23 Expo. It's still great to finally get to see this here with the full mechanical CGI hand in place. The next image we get is of Luke in his Force Awakens robe, looking rather sullen and grumpy. We know from Entertainment Weekly that Luke does not give Rey a warm welcome when she arrives on Ahch-To. Quote, Luke definitely does not give Rey the warm welcome he received when he went in search of Ben Kenobi in 1977's original Star Wars. The grumpy presence that Luke gives off in this is still most likely indicative of Rey's arrival and his uncertain feelings towards her after his experience and failure training his nephew Kylo Ren. Next up are two images of the unmasked Kylo Ren. The first image showcases Kylo's new costume to a greater degree than we have ever seen before. One thing of significance that I noticed was Kylo's belt. If you compare this to Luke Skywalker's new costume, you can see that it is of an extremely similar design. We also saw Kylo sport a similar belt in The Force Awakens, but his design here is slightly altered. Also, Kylo appears to be walking towards something and is not holding his lightsaber in a combative way. What this means though is uncertain, whether he is walking towards his mother or perhaps even Rey. Going back to the belt though, perhaps the belt stems all the way back from Luke's academy and the Jedi robes Kylo wore in a past life. Let me know your theories in the comments below. The last image of Kylo shows Kylo looking as if he has performed his signature Force Freeze move that we have seen in The Force Awakens. He looks to be utilizing it again here in The Last Jedi. We know that Kylo Ren's Force abilities have improved to an even greater extent by this time of The Last Jedi due to Snoke completing his training and also multiple toy descriptions explaining how his story has furthered. Quote, after a stinging defeat by the scavenger Rey, Kylo Ren focuses his efforts on destroying the Resistance. Though his powers in the dark side have increased, Kylo still has much to prove to his shadowy mentor, Supreme Leader Snoke. Moving on to the images of Rey, we see her training atop the cliffs of Ahch-To in her new costume, surrounded by the new Porg creatures who are said to be inquisitive, with the Millennium Falcon flying overhead in the background. What's most compelling here is Rey is holding her lightsaber in a reverse grip, indicating a more unique fighting style in this film, and perhaps a style similar to the way Ahsoka fought during the Clone Wars, as she also utilized the reverse grip. It's worth noting that in the next image, Rey can be seen with multiple cuts and bruises. This could be due to the trials that she will have to face to prove herself to the natives of Ahch-To, the caretakers, or even Luke himself. Or perhaps even a battle that takes place on Ahch-To with the First Order, leading to the charge to destroy the Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker. The cuts could also be a result of some sort of training by Luke himself, but this seems unlikely. The final image we received of Rey is of her in her latter Force Awakens costume, looking upset and somewhat even angered. This could be due to Luke's unwelcoming presence towards her. And the final image is of Carrie Fisher's Leia, where we received our first proper view of her new costume in full. The garment appears to be of a very Alderaanian design. Comparing it to Bail Organa's in Revenge of the Sith, you can see that costume designers Michael Kaplan may have referred back to the prequels for the overgarment and the Alliance officers from Return of the Jedi for the sleeves and undergarment. So those are all of the fantastic images we received due to Force Friday this year, and at this point, I really just need a trailer and hope we see one very soon. But as always, I would love to hear your thoughts and theories on all of these images, and let me know which one is your favorite and what each of them actually mean in context in The Last Jedi. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed and want to help the channel out, be sure to hit the like button. If you would like to see more Star Wars explanation videos and stay up to date with all the Star Wars news from The Last Jedi to Star Wars Rebels, hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to turn on notifications to see everything as soon as it comes out and to make sure that you become a living holocron today. If you would like to get in direct contact with me, follow me on Twitter, where we discuss all things Star Wars and debate with one another on the various topics concerning the universe. If you have any video ideas you want to see explored, leave them in the comments below the video with hashtag suggestion at the end of your comment so I can find it better. If you do end up leaving a suggestion, I really appreciate it and hope to one day make a full video dedicated to your question or suggested topic. Thanks again just for simply watching the video and your continued support on this Star Wars journey. May the Force be with you and have a great day.